Stars in Their Eyes. Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
To Stars in Their Eyes. Have you ever wondered what it takes to appear on this show? Seriously. Surrounded by talent, millions of people watching, all dolled up like a tar. Honestly, I'm terrified every week. But how do our star guests feel? Oh, I can see you sitting at home, yes, you, saying it's just a microphone and a wig. Well, that's easy for you to say, Elton John. Yes, you know, Elton watches this show. As we speak, hundreds of pop stars are loafing about, polishing their platinum discs and wondering if they'll be on tonight. Can you imagine? George Michael sitting there in his fluffy mules and a quilted housecoat, hoovering a Vesta Corrie and glugging down a glass of Blue Nun, when suddenly, bang, he sees himself on the show. It could play with your mind. No pop star could fill two places at once. Well, obviously, Meatloaf could, but it's no wonder so many of them finish up in clinics. Look, Robbie, you're on the telly. And you're here as well. But for every star, seeing your sound alike means you've really made it. So before the Prozac wears off, I'd better introduce tonight's first star guest. If any man says being a housewife is easy, they should take a trip to Somerset and talk to star guest number one.
My name is Stephen Triffitt. I'm 37 years old and I live in Weston-super-Mare with my wife and my 3 children and a whole load of animals that are all hiding in various different cubbyholes around the house. A few people will ask me what I do, and I suppose the official title is domestic engineer, but basically it just means I'm a house husband. One of the main advantages, I suppose, of staying at home is that I do get to see a lot more of my kids. The worst part of it is the amount of time that you do actually get for yourself, really. A lot of people think it's an ideal existence, just staying at home all day. There's an awful lot. Any housewife will tell you that. I applied to Stars in Their Eyes the first time, I think, about 4 years ago, to get the phone call to say, you know, congratulations, you're actually going to be in the series. I thought I was going to be dead cool about it, but I jumped up and down the chair and screamed, "Oh, really? Oh, great, oh, marvellous." My wife has told friends that I didn't even know she had. The moment she knew she was on the phone, I couldn't get her for the next hour and a half. She was just on the phone telling everybody. In my ideal world, I suppose, I would be a professional singer. I would love to go out every single night and just be this person. And maybe tonight, if I'm lucky, then this could be the start of it for me.
If you can't stand the kitchen, get into the heat and welcome Stephen Triffitt. Now, you've had a very long journey getting to be a house husband. You've had a many and varied career. So you started off in a plastics factory.
I broke all the machines.
Yeah, OK. You were in the RAF, in the air traffic control.
Well, I didn't crash anything.
Yeah, oh, good, that's nice. You sold fire extinguishers.
Bromochloro-difluoromethane.
Well, I wouldn't drink anything else, frankly. Photocopiers.
That was in Bristol.
Advertising.
For Thomson Local.
A timeshare.
In Tenerife.
Vending machines.
That was dead dull.
Furniture sales.
Oh, I can't say anything bad about that because my wife still does something similar to that now. So.
And that led you into being a house husband?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my wife has better job prospects than I do.
Well, I can understand that. Good heavens. Tell us a little bit about the person you're going to be.
Well, he started off as a wedding singer, and he sung duets with people like Aretha Franklin, Bono, and Barbra Streisand. Mm-hmm. And he became known as the governor of the Rat Pack.
That's giving it away. Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Stephen.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra! Old Blue Eyes is back in town tonight. Singing live, Stephen Triffitt is Frank Sinatra!
Fly me to the moon, let me swim among those stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Oh. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me swing forevermore, because you are all I long for, all I worship and do adore. In other words, please be true. You.
Of all the jobs you've ever done, how does this one compare to the others?
Oh, this is the hardest. This is the hardest.
Well, but isn't it the best?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing
I
to do
think
with
you should get out of the kitchen and get onto the stage, to be honest with you.
it. I'd love to.
Yeah, you see, they think so too. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Trippitt, Frank Sinatra! Of course, Frank was an American Italian, but our next guest is a Wolverhampton Italian. When you see an ice cream van called Mario's or Luigi's, you know the people inside are about as Italian as Rosa from EastEnders. But our next performer is the real thing, helping Dad out with more than just one cornetto. It's star guest number 2.
Yeah, Manuel, you gotta wear this. Go on.
Dad, my name is Emanuela Giuliano and I come from Wolverhampton and I'm 16. I live with my mum and dad and my brother. I was born here, but my mum and dad are Italian and I can speak Italian as well, which is very handy. In the summer, I often go out with my dad in the ice cream van to help him out selling ice creams and other sort of things. And I will be honest though, I'm better at selling, say, chocolates and sweets, so at the end of the day all I have to do is get the change and sort the money out. With the ice cream, you have to actually concentrate on how you're doing it and how the shape of it comes out, so if it goes a mess, then it just looks awful. There's a bit of a downside working with my dad in the ice cream van because I can't really get away with many things and you know, he just always used to tell me what to do and what not to do, and he's a bit of a pain sometimes. Well, it all started when I actually heard this person sing this song on the radio, and then one day I was just singing the song in my bedroom and my mum and dad were behind the door listening, and then when I opened the door to go downstairs, they were just there clapping, and I've had a few people telling me that I look like her as well. So I thought that would help. After I've been on the show, to be honest, I am hoping that maybe after a record company has seen me on the show, they might think, you know, wow, she's good, let's sign her up, and maybe one day I might get a record contract, 'cause that's my biggest dream, really.
It's going to be a case of Veni Vidi Vici tonight for Emanuela Giuliano. So, you said on the film that you could speak Italian.
Io sono molto contenta di essere qui in Stars in the Rise con te e tutti voi.
Ah, lovely. What does that mean?
That means I am extremely happy to be here on Stars in the Rise with you and everybody else.
Ah, lovely is that. I think that's gorgeous. Thank you very much. It's very sweet. Tell us a little bit about the person you're going to be.
The person who I'm going to be tonight, I really admire her. I would do anything to meet her, and I really mean that.
What was her
few
nickname?
Clues. Well, her nickname was Donut,
Yeah.
and she worked in a knickers shop.
Right.
And the biggest clue of all is she was in one of my favourite soaps on BBC One in EastEnders.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Manuela.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Martine McCutcheon.
Martine McCutcheon! From EastEnders to Stars Without Passing Go. Tonight, singing live, Manuela Juliana is Martine McCutcheon!
This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. This is what God meant. This is my perfect moment with you. Wish I could freeze this space and time, the way that I feel for you inside. But this is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. And if tomorrow brings a long day, here and now I know I have lived in vain. I cried my tears in the rain, and if love never comes again, I can always say I've been to paradise skies in your eyes, Tell me you love me the moment you leave. You're more than a shadow. Oh, I've got to believe. I wish I could keep you all of my life, the way that I feel for you inside. This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. With you.
Oh, lovely girl. You know how proud your dad is?
Very proud.
You should see your mum right now. She's in floods. She's knee-deep in three-ply tissues. Bless her. I want to tell you a story. You know, the real Martine McCutcheon was so thrilled that you were going to be on this show, singing a song that's been very lucky for her, that she helped us out with the outfit to choose it. And do you know what she said? She said, what does she sound like? Well, Martine, she sounds exactly like you. You're fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Manuela Giuliano as Martine McCutcheon. So, here's the results as we go into half-time. Frank Sinatra kicked off and a fantastic substitute for Martine McCutcheon was brought on. But it's a game of two halves, Brian, and waiting in the tunnel are two more players waiting to score. One is an Irish international who's not afraid to strike out on his own, and the other's a Welsh diva, but not a big spender. So join us in a couple of moments back here on the perfect pitch. Matthew Kelly, Stars in Their Eyes, Manchester. Stars in Their Eyes. A lot of people play the game at home. Heaven knows where they get the costumes from. But if you're trying to guess who our next performer is going to be, here's another clue. After 5 hits, his band finally topped the charts with a Bee Gees song. And getting into shape to be that very fit guy on the road to Wigan Pier is star guest number 3.
My name is Paul Sutton. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Wigan. I'm a born and bred lad here. Wigan's a great place. The people are really so down to earth. Fantastic. I've been married to my wife, Shelley, for 12 months now. I first met her in a nightclub in Manchester. I wanted to ask her to dance all night. I plucked the courage up. By the time I got to the dance floor with her, the Star Wars music came on. Shelley loves my singing. She's just 100% behind me, and she's pushed me all the way. I work for Plum's Sound and Vision Centres for a living. I actually sell hi-fi equipment, TV and videos, so all day long I'm putting on a great smile for the customers. I also like to work out at the gym. I like keeping fit, doing a bit of the weights. I'm not interested in looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously, you know, you can see that. When I actually walk through the doors tonight, I think I'm just going to feel like $100 million. I think I'm going to feel like a pop star. It's going to be great.
All pumped up and ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Paul Sutton. Now, this chap here did everything he could to impress on each audition, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell us what you did to try and impress everybody.
What I did to impress everybody, because I'm from Wigan, we've got a reputation for people from Wigan, so I brought the young girl, the researcher, a big plate of meat and potato pie.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll bring a pie, I'll stick in the mind, and it worked.
I bet you're impressed with that, aren't you? That's Wigan for you. Oh, I'll get them a meat and potato pie, they'll remember me. Tell me something about the person that you're going to be.
Right, the person I'm going to be, he's recently hosted Miss World. He's from Dublin, Ireland, and the song I'm going to sing tonight was his first solo #1, and it's from the hit film Notting Hill.
So tell us who you're going to be tonight, Paul.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Ronan Keating.
Ronan Keating! Leaving Boyzone and going solo tonight. Singing live, Paul Sutton is Ronan Keating!
It's amazing how you can speak right to me. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try as I may, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. You say it best when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. 'Cause you say it best when you say nothing at all. You say it best when you say nothing at all.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
It's not just the voice, which is fabulous. It's the hair.
I know, yeah.
Do you like the hair?
I was a bit unsure. It's a bit like the Fonz, but I've got used to it now.
Well, we're all so impressed. We've all clubbed together and bought you your own meat and potato
Oh,
pie.
yeah!
Ladies and
Thank you very
gentlemen,
much.
Paul Sutton as Ronan Keating! Before the break, I described our next singer as a diva from the valleys who isn't a big spender. And here's another clue. Every day when she wakes up, she thanks the Lord she's Welsh. And if that's no help, then perhaps you'll find some answers on Sky Sports. Don't touch the remote. Just watch this as we go deep into Murdoch territory with Starguest number 4.
My name is Zoe Luff. I'm 25 years old and I live in West London. I work at Sky Sports as a studio graphic operator. My job involves the creating and laying out of all the graphics that you see in sport programmes.
Hello, how are you?
Okay. The best thing about my job is the fact that I work in such a young company and they have great parties here as well. I can't believe how excited everybody in work's been about me being on Stars in Their Eyes. Even though I work in television, they all come up to me and sing the song that I'm going to be singing tonight. I think I'm going to be extremely nervous when those doors open, but I think once I'm out there, I'm just going to really enjoy it, and I know when it ends, I'm not going to want it to end.
Down from the sky and fully terrestrial, ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Luff. Now, doing the job that you do, you must really like sport, do you?
Oh, I do,
Oh, you do.
yes.
That's just as well, really, isn't it? Do you support a football team?
I do. I support Manchester United.
Really? Oh, well. Just a ripple of approval. I mean, when you're doing the graphics on those shows, aren't you ever tempted to cheat on them?
Yes. Liverpool won, Manchester United 42.
That would be good, yeah.
Particularly because my dad is a Liverpool supporter.
Oh, I see. Well, we don't have Liverpool supporters here, do we? Oh, just the one. Well done, sir. Nice one. Tell us about the person you're going to be.
Well, she's very Welsh. She's duetted with Tom Jones. And the song that I'm going to sing tonight is from the same album as a song which pays tribute to Stars in Their Eyes.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Zoe.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Cerys Matthews from Catatonia.
Cerys Matthews, the original karaoke queen tonight. Singing live, Zoe Luff is Cerys Matthews.
The sun is shining. The ship we made for me, but we're dead from the waist down, like in California. chose to card and flatter greedy gold disposability. I caught a glimpse, but it's not me. Make hay, not war. Make hay, not war. Make hay, not war. Or else we're done for. In the T from the W town. In the T from the W town. In the T from the W town.
Got a late result for you. Cerys Matthews won, Zoe Luff won. It's a complete draw.
Thank you.
Did you manage to enjoy that?
Oh, I didn't want it to end.
Really? Neither did we. And you know, it's absolutely proved you should not be behind the camera. You should be in front of it.
Thank you.
Like you are now. Thank you very much, Zoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Luff as Cerys Matthews. It's nearly time for a break in that big audience, folks. So remember the basic rule. We're looking for the best sound-alike, not the best look-alike. You know, we once had a baker from Burnley who looked like Puff Daddy, but he sounded more like Puff Pastry. There's another star guest to come, and this singer made her name in movies and musicals. So after the break, Oscar-winning performances, show-stopping songs, and even a starring role in South Park. Okay. Welcome back to Stars in Their Eyes. Just one more performance before our studio audience have the responsibility of dragging one star guest back and into the live grand final. Like the person she's going to be, our next star guest loves to shop. The star in question could probably buy Manchester United and still have change for a Sheffield Wednesday and a Barnsley. A little less extravagant, but very upmarket, going down to market, is star guest number 5.
My name's Maggie Blackaby. I'm 40 years of age and I come from a rural village in Hertfordshire. I live with my husband Peter, who works in the city, and we've got a 15-year-old daughter, Katie. Katie's really special to me. We're in fact more like sisters. We're always going out shopping together, and like most mums, I'm like a taxi service, taking her here and everywhere. I met Peter 19 years ago, and we both worked together in a bank. And I used to type his letters. He used to always take the mickey out of me at the time, but then one day he came back with a red rose and placed it on the typewriter, and then our romance blossomed from there. The person I'm going to be tonight is someone that I've admired my whole life. She's got the most fantastic voice I've ever heard, and in my eyes, nobody can touch her. I've thought about applying for Stars in Their Eyes before, but the reason I've gone for it this time is because I've just turned 40, and I thought, why not?
Lots of doors open at 40, and here's the first set. Please welcome Maggie Blackaby. I know this show is shown on satellite all around Europe, isn't it?
Yes, and when I was in Spain recently, I was chatting to a restaurant owner, and I did tell him that I was going to appear on Stars in Their Eyes.
Oh, right. Was he impressed?
Well, he didn't really know what Stars in Their Eyes was about, and I explained to him it's where people dress up as different people, like Elvis and... Ah, you mean Matthew Kelly? I said, yeah, that's right. Matthew Kelly Show.
They call it the Matthew Kelly Show?
Yes.
This is only right and proper, isn't it, really? I think we should rename it. So tell us a bit about the person that you're going to be.
Well, Matthew, she's the biggest selling female artist in the world.
She certainly is. She was paid a huge amount of money for singing at the Millennium.
Yes, in Las Vegas.
How
$10
much?
million.
$10 million, so she's somebody to notice.
Yes.
And she married just recently, didn't she?
Yeah, in 1998 she married her co-star, James Brolin.
Tell us who you're going to be tonight, Maggie.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand! Actress, singer, legend. Tonight, singing live, Maggie Blackaby is Miss Barbra Streisand!
Don't tell me not to love, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring out a cloud to rain on the parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I've simply got to. If someone takes a spell, it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I'll march my band down, I'll beat my drum. And if I'm fan down, your turn at bat, son. At least I didn't fake it, son. I guess I didn't make it, but whether on the rose of ship affection, a freckle on your nose of life's complexion, the cinder or the shiny apple of its eye, I gotta flow once, I gotta try once, so make and die once. Let's say, boy, life is juicy, juicy, and you'll see I gotta have my bite. So, get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march my heart to drama. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. I'm gonna live and live now. Get what I want, I know how. One blow for the whole shebang. One blow, that bell will go clang. Eye on the target and wham. One shot, one gunshot, and bam! Hey, Mr. Epstein, here I'll march my band out. I'll beat my drum. And if I'm fan down, your turn at bat, sir. At least I didn't fake it, son. I guess I didn't make it. Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march my heart to drum. Nobody, no, nobody is gonna rain on my
It's stunning. It's stunning because it's not just the voice, you know, because it's such a hard song to do. You're worn out now, aren't you? It's the attention to detail. Just do the eyes for us again.
You mean this?
It's absolutely fabulous. And for our Spanish friends, fabuloso. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Blackerby as Barbra Streisand. Well, you've seen all 5-star guests, and now it's almost the moment of truth. Before our studio audience vote, let's have a reminder of who came through the doors tonight. Stephen Trivett did it his way as Frank Sinatra.
In other words, I love you.
Manuela Giuliano had a perfect moment as Martine McCutcheon.
More than a shadow, I've got to believe.
Paul Sutton appeared as a solo Ronan Keating.
What I hear when you don't say a thing.
Zoe Love became Catatonia's frontwoman, Cerys Matthews. And Maggie Blackerby was the legendary Miss Barbra Streisand. So, studio audience, cast your votes now. And while they're choosing their 1 in 5, let's go backstage to discover how our star guests got on.
I was so nervous before I went on, but it's funny when you get in front of the audience, you just relax.
When I walked through, I didn't feel me, I felt her. It was amazing. I could do it all over again.
Being given the chance of being on national TV, it's just a dream come true for me.
The best thing about being on Stars in the Rise is being blonde.
Absolutely exhilarating. I found the whole thing fantastic. The song was so difficult to do, and I thought I wasn't going to get that last note, and, you know, I managed to get it there, you know. It's brilliant.
The votes are in. We have a winner. Will it be Frank Sinatra, Martine McCutcheon, Ronan Keating, Cerys Matthews, or Barbara Streisand? And the winner is Frank Sinatra! I know, it's good, isn't it? And you've got very high pitch, don't you? Well, you are astounding, but I have rarely seen competition like that. I mean, they had a very tough job tonight.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
But we'll leave you tonight with Stephen Triffitt as Frank Sinatra. Good night. Well done, Steve. Top.
Fly me to the moon, let me swing among those stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Our studio audience have booked Stephen a place in next week's live grand final, where he'll be joining Annette Brown as Whitney Houston, David Clifford as Morton Harkett, Katrina Davey as Tina Arena, Sarah Jane Tucson as Lisa Stansfield, Tony England as Frankie Valli, Katie Walters as Kelly LaRocque, Mariana Gonzalez as Gloria Estefan, Amy Allenmore as Jennifer Page, Gary Mullen as Freddie Mercury. And the man who'll be back on this stage in 7 days' time, Stephen Triffitt as Frank Sinatra. 10 finalists, 1 live grand final. We'll see you next week.